Hey everyone, it's Keighley here with another kit busting video. I know I said in my last kit busting video that I was now finished with this kit because I was struggling due to lack of embellishments. But I did have one last idea that I wanted to try, and I'm actually quite pleased with how it turned out. So I've done one more layout using this kit. This definitely will be the last one, but I'm pleased that I managed to make one more layout. So what I've done so far, I used some dies and cut out some feathers using the gold foil. It was like a foiled effect paper. I think it was from an Amy Tan collection that was out last year. I don't know which one it was, but it was a lovely paper. It was like a specialty paper, but I really struggled to use this, so I had a lot of this paper left. So like I said, I've used that to cut out some feathers, yeah, so I've used it to cut out some feathers. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. So I think I'm quite pleased with how the feathers look. You can't really see, like, obviously the actual pattern properly on. It's more just a random pattern now. It kind of looks like, I think this one were like it were like some leaves and stuff, so you can't really tell that there was leaves now, but I like how it looks. I'm just taking a drink of my cup of tea. I should have cut that bit out. But what I've done is I've stuck them in a row along the top, and I've done it so that some feathers are facing up, some feathers are facing down, and now I'm going to do some hand stitching through them. I only use one thread to go through because I wanted it to kind of have the effect of like a machine stitch through them. I've not really been doing a lot of hand stitching lately. I've been doing just like little touches like this rather than quite big, background designs or anything like that. So yeah, I've done that. This is the photo I'm going to use, which is one of my little girl Darcy. I think this was taken in the March before her first birthday in the April. And this is where I get the idea for my title, which I will show you further along. But I've decided to go for the title Spring Baby. She was born in April, so she was a spring baby. This photo was taken in March, which again is spring, so that's where my title came from. I'm currently looking through the Paige Evans Turn the Page like chipboard pieces. I'm just pulling a few out that I quite like. I've picked the one, like the banner that says love on, to go across the feathers, which I'm quite happy with how that looks, and that does stay there. I'm now pulling out some of the journaling spots, which I don't think I actually end up using any of these. I did keep the full process of this in because I wanted you to see like how undecisive I actually am, and I put all these things down that I really like, and then I decide that I don't really want to use them, that I don't know, I kind of felt like I was bringing too many different colours in, and there were like some things that was an off-white, some things that were, a bright white, and I really struggle with mixing them, I really do, and so that's why the final layout doesn't really have many embellishments, but I quite like that anyway. I do like to keep things quite minimal. Sometimes, I only use a couple of embellishments, and sometimes I use a few more than I normally would. Like I've done a layout recently, which was for the last challenge of the cyber crop on Mind the Scrap. And I went with using stars on my layout, and I created like in a way a bit like a space theme, and I used quite a lot of embellishments on there scattered throughout the page, which you can see that layout on my Instagram because I didn't create a process video for that one. I've pulled in these thickers which are from, let me try and think. I think they were from February's kit. I could be wrong. I've got a feeling it might have been January's kit actually. And I had just the right letters to add my title, Spring Baby. I'm actually quite pleased with that title. I think it's really fitting. You know, she was, like I said, further along in the video, she was born in the spring. This was the March before her first birthday, and I think we were just going for a walk. It was a nice day. You know, she had a little bow in and a little dress on, and she just looked adorable. I have put quite a lot of embellishments on now. The turn the page chipboard pieces were from, I think they were actually from the February kit. And so were these like journaling spots from the same collection. I'm just messing about with a few different things. I'm trying to make sure, you know, the yellow's on both sides and that the pink's on both sides. But I do all this and then I don't actually keep any of it there. None of it actually makes it on the layout. So I've pulled everything off now, and I've decided to back my photo in some white cardstock because I want to pop it up on some foam just to create a little bit more shadowing. Because as well the feathers aren't stuck down fully, there's also a bit of shadowing coming from them because I kind of flick the ends up of those. And like I said, I'm going to put my photo down on some foam just to again create a little bit more shadowing. So there's, like I said, there's not many embellishments on this page. In fact, there's none at all apart from that love piece, and I think I come in with some sequins. But I think the feathers that I made act as an embellishment. So yeah, so like it is quite a me layout. It's very minimal. I'm just looking at some of the paper scraps now to see if I want to put anything else behind the photo, but I decided not to because I didn't really have anything big enough to, you know, back the photo fully, so I just thought it'd look quite odd. So I secure my photo down in the centre just under the feathers. My title is there on the page. I think I come back in actually and stick that down, you know, properly with using my ruler and things. Yeah, there's not really much that I need to actually say about, you know, about this layout. It's a really simple one. You know, anybody could do it. But I'm finding, you know, like I have with the other videos using this kit, that because there wasn't, you know, much embellishments left, that I'm having to keep these layouts, I'd say, even more simple than I probably would have normally done. But I've made layouts that I'm happy with. You know, I'm happy for them to go into my albums. I wouldn't like to make a layout that, you know, just to use it all up and then not be happy with it. Because after all, you know, this is something that we're creating, you know, for ourselves, for our families, and, you know, I don't want to, you know, and as well because I'm making these videos, I don't really want to put something out there that I'm not happy with myself. So that's why, you know, I mentioned, I think, after the first video that I did actually make 2 layouts using this kit and I really disliked them. So obviously I pulled everything off, saved what I could save. Obviously some parts of it didn't quite make it once I started pulling it apart, but I did save everything that I could, and I've made, I think, is this my 4th or 5th layout? I'm trying to think now which ones I've made. I think this is now my 5th layout using up these kit scraps. So yes, I'm just adding some sequins in now, and these are from last month's kit, but I've mentioned in previous videos that we did originally get gold sequins in this one. So I'm just adding those in for a little bit more gold, and I do pull off some the full stops in the glittery gold just to put the glitter up at the top, the glittery gold up at the top of the page. So there'll be some close-ups coming now. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have had a great weekend. Bye.